and ready. About to move any tick of the clock. Race 2. They're off. Prince Ragnar, the first of them to bounce out of the gate. Spin a long time. Boots up now, showing good early dash ahead of Ranyo and also Cobb & Co, who's going to lob nice and handy. Dan Goat got back, joined on the inside by Maximum Impact. And last of all is the debutant Pardue Princess. 650 left to go and Spin a long time. Drove right up on the inside for Romilly. Went to the lead over the odds-on favourite Prince Ragnar. Breathing fire on its back is Ranyo, sitting outside of Cobb & Co. They haven't gone overly hard though through the first 600. Maximum Impact is back on the inside of Dan Goat, and Pardue Princess is last, but Prince Ragnar given its head now by Parnham. Ranges up, grabs the lead. Carberry makes his move though on the outside with the filly Vranyo, and she's going to really test Prince Ragnar as Cobb & Co gets right up on the inside of those. 100 left to go. Cobb & Co against the rail. Vranyo the widest of them. Cobb & Co. Cobb & Co too good. Got that lovely soft run. Too smart, beat home Vranyo and Prince Ragnar. Dan Goat ran fourth, then Spin a Long Time, who was beaten off. Maximum Impact is next home, and the newcomer Pardue Princess rounded them all up back there at the tail end of the field. Cobb & Co, Jason Whiting, just sat there pretty, tracked them up beautifully, lobbed into an ideal spot from gate 1, was able to hold a position over the 1,000, coming back from 14. Great effort, and Whiting there simply driving Cobb & Co through, and has got the better of Vranyo, Prince Ragnar. Dan Goat behind them in 4th place. Cobb & Co, a Playing God 3-year-old, is out of River Tour, owned and trained by Brian Lucas. Jason Whiting in the saddle and now makes it 3 wins from 5 starts, and certainly showing its versatility. Coming back from the 7 furlongs to the 1,000 sprint this afternoon. Vranyo, who looks so good in running, she got the better of Prince Ragnar, but no match for Cobb & Co. She's by Star Turn out of Our Miss Donovan. Simon Miller prepares. Pat Carberry aboard. Prince Ragnar by Snippet Son out of Angelic Heart. Chris Parnham there for trainer Grant Williams. 1-5-3-2 placings. Margins are 3/4 and ahead. 59.29 they ran, and the last 600 was 33.95. Really honest type of 3-year-old, this fellow, Cobb & Co, and takes another step forward with this victory. The next event of the day, the Reliable Asset Maintenance Handicap. Once again at the 1,000 they'll jump. 2:54 start time. No changes to come in the third as we now hook up with Britt Taylor down there in the enclosure. And that was like shelling peas for Jay Whiting there. Just sat pretty, got the rails run, and it was all over, she wrote.
It was indeed. Cobb & Co, a nice performance there, Scott. And off the 49 days, one wonders, was it a freshen up? Was it sort of by design here? Because certainly a horse with plenty of upside.
3-year-old races coming up soon, Britt. Now, this horse has had 5 starts and won 3 of them. Dropped back to the 1,000, got the job done. A winner twice at 1,400. So you would imagine there's only going to be improvement in him left, Britt. And from there, I think this is a pretty handy horse. The way that he's been winning at 14 to do it again today at 1,000, I quite like him.
Yep, he definitely didn't do anything wrong just then. The son of Playing God, and brings up win number 3 from 5 starts. So it's been a good performance here today, and looking forward to what the rest of the campaign may well have in store. Today over 1,000 metres, and well, we've seen him winning twice at 1,400 as well. So certainly plenty of upside about this son of Playing God, Cobb & Co.
Certainly is. I like the way that he goes about it too, Brett. I was probably in 2 minds today as to whether or not he'd be able to hold up that sort of position over 1,000 metres drawn in gate 1, but he left the gates as well as anything. It was actually Spin a Long Time who sort of had to fire up to cross him. That's how well he was travelling. And then Prince Ragnar into the breeze. He looks as though he's one of those typical trialling types, Britt, where he's got that high cruising speed, Prince Ragnar, but there wasn't much in the tank when he was asked for an effort. And a good effort from Vranyo too. 1 out, 1 back. She's certainly going to be pinching a race sooner rather than later.
Yep, that looks the way indeed. Paddy Carberry just coming back in and giving the owner a report. Brian Lucas has now just come into the mounting yard, so we will get a word with him. Brian, you must be happy with that performance today.
Well, you could have, Newton side did it for me trousers with that weight. Yeah, no, I'm very happy. I backed him, but I didn't think with that weight he could possibly. I thought he'd won a place, but yeah, Very happy with him.
The freshen up, was that by design? Are you trying to give him a little freshen to aim up for bigger things?
Well, he hasn't got the best legs, so that's the idea. Spell in between 3 or 4 runs out. Yeah,
Do you have many aims for this campaign?
not really race by race. We'll just do it day by day, you know. But he's passed most of the tests. I don't know whether he'll go on that to a Saturday horse, but on that run, how do you know?
Well, it was very impressive today. With those legs, though, is it just a case of managing him and only giving him a few runs?
Yeah, just managing his legs and looking after him. And he lets you know because the next day after he races, he's a bit shuffly. So that's okay. I can manage all that. Yeah. When you've been to Broome and round Carnarvon, that you know all them tricks.
Yeah, you know the tricks, you know how to nurse them through. Hopefully tomorrow he trots up nice and sound.
Beautiful.
Well done on the victory. There is Brian Lucas. He'll be back in a fortnight. Let's get a word from Jason Whiting.
Well, Jason coming into the race back to 1,000, probably wondering whether or not they'd be too sharp for him, but in the end he was way too good.
Yeah, no, I sort of probably had that in the back of my mind. Maybe they would be, but that horse is actually, you know, now that he's had a little bit of racing, is actually really switched on and always travelled like he was going to play a part in the finish.
Certainly not the prettiest of horses.
No, he's not. You know, he's skinny and he hasn't got the best set of legs, but he's got a motor.
What about at the top of the home straight? Were you confident that you'd be able to sprint through like you did?
I was confident of the horse to get down. I sort of didn't know whether I was sort of going to have to start edging out and whether I was going to need a little bit of luck. As it turned out, the leader rolled off and presented with a nice run, so I never had to leave the fence.
Brian was saying it looks as though it's probably time to try and test him on a Saturday. Do you think he'll measure up?
Oh, I think he has to now. You know, he had 60 kilos on his back today. You know, it's probably time. He's probably got to go to Saturday now, just to drop down in the weight a bit.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
There's Jason Whiting, combines with Brian Lucas, and Cobb & Co wins his third race from 5 career starts, defeating Vranyo in race number 2.
She sees him walking in a straight line. That's not really her style. And they all got the same heartbeat, but hers is falling behind. Nothing in this world